So thanks guys for tuning in to Physically and Financially Fit with Dawn, and I'm really excited about today's episode. We have 6 of the top income earners in network marketing that are sharing the screen with me today, and I'm super excited because all of us are going to be attending and training at an event called Network Marketing Way to Wealth in Orlando, Florida, September 29th through October 1st. So if you don't have your tickets yet, I can guarantee you by the time you're done listening to these 6 superstars, you're absolutely going to be getting your tickets. So we're going to just rotate around, make it real casual, and share a little bit about who we are and why you really require to get to this event. So, let's start with Robert Buttman. And Robert, if you could share with everyone a little bit about yourself and tell everyone why they should attend the event and what training you're going to leave them with that's just going to have them totally inspired.
About my story about how I got into network marketing. 2 months before I found this great profession, I met this lady, and she weighed 115 pounds and was 5'7". And when I found network marketing, she was my first customer, and I sold her $750 worth of weight loss products. Unfortunately, I think she was probably buying me because we've been happily married 31 years from that point. I've been in network marketing for 33 years. It's really blessed me. And the reason why I'm very excited about, first of all, speaking in Orlando is because one of the key elements that has allowed me to be successful is the insights that I've gotten from other people that went in front of me. Some of the greats like Jim Rohn, Dr. Breakthrough, Big Al, Tom Schreider. And this event will be my opportunity to share some of the things that I've learned over 33 years of having a very successful time in this business. I'm still actively involved. Obviously, there's been changes in 33 years. My whole objective is how to help you prosper in a changing world. A lot of the changes in one aspect have made it harder, but they've made it easier for everybody that is going to be at the event to succeed in this profession. I really believe that if people understand what this business is about, everybody would be involved in this business. The only reason people are not involved in this business, in my belief, is they just don't understand it. And so I'm here to help pay it forward, to help other people, first of all, get more clarity about this business, help them improve their belief systems so that they can get into action. Because I really believe that this profession is the way of the future. I'm just grateful that I found it a long time ago, and I want to help other people create the success that I've been able to accomplish over a long period of time.
Thank you so much, Robert, for sharing. And I agree with so many things that you said. And I'm actually going to share real quick a little bit about why I said yes to this event and how I got started in network marketing. So same as you, I got started in network marketing in a weight loss company for myself. And, the funny thing is I actually knew that there was a business opportunity and kind of told my sponsor if she ever asked me to sell it, I was going to block her on Facebook. True story. So I really wanted nothing to do with this. I was an accountant for 27 years, exhausted, tired. I had 2 active competitive baseball players. We traveled the country playing sports, and I had a lot on my plate, which I know a lot of you guys listening out there does. And not only did I have a full-time job, I had a part-time job, and I volunteered a lot. So I volunteered for my kids' school, and I volunteered for the sports community, and volunteered at consignment shops and wherever else. I was the one that always had, the stamp on the head that said, ask me, because I just volunteered all the time. And when I decided as an accountant to take a look at network marketing as a profession, or really kind of as on the residual income side, it really made sense. And, I know a lot of times when people jump into network marketing, they don't get the comp plan, or they don't get their legs, or they don't get the income structure or the business model. But I did, and I got that quickly. And I said, this is like amazing. You can't earn this kind of money in corporate America where I was. And you don't have egos in network marketing. And look at us, we're from 6 different companies, and we're all banding together. There's 20 of us guys that are going to Orlando. So there's 20 of us banding together for the profession of network marketing. And when I first got started, it was just to kind of get my toes wet a little bit and, maybe get some products paid for and help a couple friends and family. And before you knew it, it was just tripling my full-time income. And it was time to leave because the job kind of got in the way. So as a mom of two boys who I never got to see anything with them, I missed all of their firsts, and I missed, had to go back to work 6 weeks after they were born, and my oldest son was 6 weeks early. So if you do the math, I kind of went back to work before his original due date. My mission is really to educate everybody out there on what network marketing is, and to let any of the parents out there know that there is a way to stay home with your kids if you so choose. And my mission is to bring every working mom and dad home if they so choose, so that we can raise our own children. So that was really powerful for me when I saw what network marketing can do. So unlike Robert, I'm a newbie. I've been in the business for 5 years. I have been able to achieve millionaire status with my company, and it was really due to the hard work, determination, and commitment of sharing really what network marketing can do for others. And I'm really excited about the event in Orlando. I was invited to speak at this event by my business coach, Jeff Combs, who introduced me to Thomas. And I was just not only so honored to share the stage with so many incredible, amazing people that I have been following for a really long time, but to train and leave people there inspired by not only what network marketing can do, but how you can be successful in network marketing. So as an accountant, I was an introvert. So, social extrovert. I communicated with people when I had to, but I was really an introvert. Pushed a pencil, had a desk behind an office door, and really didn't socialize too much. And that's kind of why I chose accounting, so I could not really have to deal with a lot of people, because I was extremely shy. And network marketing, you can't be shy, but you can still be who you truly are. And I'm going to share a little bit about how I was able to build a multiple six-figure income in a short amount of time as an introvert, how to connect with people, how to truly just have a conversation, build rapport and team build, but also how to meet people where they are, because there's so many people in network marketing and everybody has a different goal. And some people, it might not be to leave their current career or to stay home with their kids. Maybe people really like to go to work and bring their kids to a daycare. Maybe it's just somebody who an extra $500 a month can drastically change the quality of your life. Or maybe it's that person who is just so sick and tired of being sick and tired with the same job and not having any advancement. So all of us, especially the 6 of us on this call right now, all have different goals. And I'm going to really teach you guys out there when you attend the event how to meet people where they are, but still team build. And my mission, my motto, my slogan, my logo, whatever it is for my own individual team is no one gets left behind. So we always have to meet people where they are, but we cannot forget about the people that we have. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that in Orlando. So that's how I got invited to this event. I'm super excited, and that's my little short journey on network marketing. And we're going to pass the torch now over to Jeff. Jeff, if you can share with us, we'd love to hear a little bit more from you.
All right, Dawn. Well, listen, it's great to it's great to be on the Zoom here with you and on your show. We're going from you, a relative infant as it relates to your tenure in network marketing, to me, kind of a senior citizen. I've been in the industry for longer than really I care to admit. I got involved when I was, I'll date myself, I got involved when I was 25. I got out of school as a civil engineer, worked for a general contractor and real estate developer for about 3 years. And in the late 80s, up to 1990, the economy in the States was very, very soft. People weren't building. My employers were going out of business. I actually had 3 different jobs in 3 different years as companies went out of business. I found myself in a situation where I couldn't pay subcontractors, because the funds were short and we weren't able to get the cash for our draws. And it just, someone handed me a video. In fact, a guy that was in the same business as me, that I went to school with, a good friend, shared with me a video, and it caught me at the right time in my life where I was open-minded. That's the first lesson I want everybody to know in this business is, you're not going to catch everybody at the right time in their life. You're going to meet some good people that are not the right time in their life, and you're going to meet some people that maybe haven't had any success in the past, but they're at the right time in their life to make an impact. And that was me in 1990. And so I got involved in this industry. Something really woke my entrepreneurial, energy up, and I started in a business for myself. And I was kind of, ever since I went to my first event with that company, which was in February of 91, I have been unemployable because I saw a better way. Now, in my career, I've been in the ups and the downs of this industry, but I can tell you that the worst day I've ever had here was better than the best day I ever had in my previous career. And so I would share with you that we have a better way. And I got started, Robert kind of alluded to this in his opening comments. I got started in this business. There was no internet. There was no email. And it was kind of like, I'm a dinosaur. And so today, with the world being such a smaller place, we have the opportunity to reach so many people in such a shorter period of time. And so the timing couldn't be better than it is today. And that's what I'm going to speak about at this event, Dawn, is how to build a global business. And there are a lot of great global builders. Robert is one of the best that I know of. And I'm going to speak about, my successes. I've actually been a top 10 earner in 3 different companies in my career. And I've done at least the back end of number 1 and built the number 2 and 3, all with international contacts that I have built. So we're going to talk about how to build those relationships, how to find those, how to build those relationships, how to maintain those, and the importance of doing so. And I believe number 1 is if you're a little bit more intentional about doing that, about building an international business, then you're going to see a quality to your income, a diversity to your income that is going to give you a little bit more security. But number 2 is it is a major selling point for millennials today to be able to build a business and travel doing so and get paid. Today, I'm on this call right now on this Zoom. I'm in Moscow. And in the last 2 weeks, I've been in St. Petersburg, I've been in Dublin, I've been in Amsterdam, I've been in London, I've been in Berlin, and now I'm here, and it's all been for this type of business. And so if you like to travel, there's no better business for you to be in. And the reason I said yes to the event in Orlando is for years, the only events I ever went to were events put on by my company. And one of the things I learned is that the information was kind of limited. Nobody was going to tell me their best practices because it means I was probably going to take market share away from them. But when you are in an event where it's not, it's not a sterile environment, it's great cross-pollination, then you're going to get best practices and real down and dirty actionable items that you can go and put into play without having to worry about the agendas of the speakers and who's trying to get favor with the company CEO. And so at any rate, you'll learn when you come to this event, and over the past 5 years, some of the most amazing events I've been to have been generic events like this. So when you come to Orlando, I can promise you, you're going to get some major ahas, major takeaways, and you're going to come out there and be bulletproof. And whatever it is that you decide to put your energy into, I know with what you're going to learn there, you're going to do it better and be more of a success. And so I'm excited to be there. I'm excited to share, and I'm excited to learn from all the great folks that are on this Zoom call right now. So Dawn, thanks so much.
Oh, thanks so much, Jeff. And I love what you said about that. We're all collaborating. There's no competition at all. And we all can learn from each other. And I love these generic events because you just learn differently as well. I mean, you can pick up a little golden nugget from somebody else in a different company. And we're not stepping on each other's toes. So I love that. Thank you so much, Jeff. And Shelly, you're next. So share with us, if you may, with how you got started and what they can learn from you at the event.
I will. And just listening to these few stories makes me so excited to think of what's ahead of us with all these speakers. And besides being excited to inspire, I'm excited to learn. So my story in network marketing is a little different. When I was 12 years old, I was diagnosed with a lung condition called cystic fibrosis, and given a life expectancy of only 18 years, that was the average age. And or in my late 20s, when I realized I was fighting this disease every day but still alive, I became interested in health and wellness and bought my own salon and spa, very small one, which eventually I parlayed into 3 very large salon and spas. And I started developing health and beauty products for our clients in the salon. And I started doing it with my husband. He was my boyfriend at the time, but now husband and business partner, Frankie. And we sold it in our salons. And then we realized we had a really key product, and we took it to trade shows and home parties. And anywhere there were people breathing with skin, we realized we had something we could share and sell. And I did that for 10 years, then went on to sell it on Home Shopping Network Live TV for 9 years, selling millions of jars, but through a camera. Then I went on to do infomercials with Guthy-Ranker Corporation globally, 3 years, big opportunity, millions of jars, great again, but I was in a camera. And one day I looked at my husband and said, you know what? I miss where we came from. I miss one-on-one, watching people, helping people, showing them how to duplicate what we have done, how they can take our product and make their own business, their own income. And at first he about strangled me because he thought I was nuts for wanting to get out of this television business. But I heard about network marketing, and I got turned on to this industry and realized it was exactly what I was looking for, a way to reach people and teach people and touch people and share and help them duplicate a system. So I started producing products for companies in the network marketing. I'm with one company now with our products. And I love the fact that we are able to change people's lives. And you hear that used so often, it's life-changing. But what we do really is life-changing, whether it's increasing confidence, increasing someone's skills, helping them get into business for something that, I've had many franchise businesses. And when I think about the money I spent and the time I spent and the lack of teamwork and support I got in exchange, and then you look at network marketing and like you said, it's a team. We're all doing this together. We're not competing. And so what I like to be able to inspire with my life story, I still have cystic fibrosis. The average life expectancy is 37 years old. I just turned 57. So thank you. Thank you very much. So, it's not about me. It's about people. How can I take my story and let everyone know that they can beat the odds and take control in life and in business and in relationships and create their own luck? And I have 5 principles of daily life. I'm going to teach my 5 principles, show people how to make them their own, use that as a way of stepping through life around obstacles, creating your own luck, listening for cues, and realize that there is such a world of opportunity around you if you are listening, ready, and able to accept it. And so I'm excited to share my message. And like I said, I am really honored to share the stage with so many accomplished network marketers that I know my takeaway from you all is going to be life-changing for me. So I'm excited.
Oh, thanks so much, Shelly. And you said something, I just want to piggyback on what you said as well. You talked about that we're helping people not just, with our product or service, but with confidence. And I remember somebody sharing with me a long time ago, and it didn't make sense then because I wasn't where I am today. And they said, network marketing is a personal development business that happens to have a compensation plan attached. And I loved it. And I really teach that now because how you grow so much as a person, because of the community and the culture that you surround yourself around and working on yourself daily, is really true. It's a personal development plan or business model that just happens to have a really nice compensation plan attached to it. So thank you, Shelly. I'm so really, really excited to meet you out there. Dr. Stan, you are up, my friend. Let me unmute you and you're ready to go.
Hey. Well, it's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure to be connected with y'all. And, my story is simple, and that is I was, as a minister of the gospel, I heard older ministers say that home-based business was making money off your friends. You never want to be part of it. And so I became prejudiced against the industry. And so for those of you out there who are, maybe you have friends or maybe you're like I was, like, man, I want nothing to do with it, and just stay away from me with that stuff. And I was like, hey, stay back, right? And until I understood what the industry was really all about. And so one of the things I tell people today is never accept constructive criticism from someone who's never constructed what you would like to build. Let me say that again. It's pretty good. Never receive constructive criticism from someone who's never constructed what you would like to build. As I travel the country now, I've been blessed to speak in all 50 states and 28 countries, not just preaching, but now also building and teaching. I was successful building several teams, and now I just do generic training. But one of the things I find out is that people, as soon as they get excited when they get started, and they're like, they want to tell the world, and always, by the way, I have I say you only got to build a worldwide team, you only got to tell 3 people, and that is Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, right? There's only 3 you got to tell. If you tell Lottie, Dottie, and everybody, you can build a business. But what happens in that process, though, is inevitably somebody who has an uncle who maybe is an attorney or a brother who's a doctor, a successful doctor, they will ask them, what do you think? And that person will tell them. Well, the problem is, if your brother was a doctor and he's successful, or your uncle was an attorney and he's successful, ask them about law and doctorate and so forth, but don't ask them about home-based business if they've never done it. So what happens is people get excited and ask people, like I had people that asked me back then when I was against it, and I was like, oh no, I'd stay away from that. Well, I didn't know what I was talking about. Now, I was successful in other areas, but not successful in the home-based business arena. By the way, if you love network marketing, you're going to love the event we're going to be speaking at. If you don't like network marketing, you're really going to love the event we're speaking at, because really, again, it's going to help you to be the best version of yourself. And I'm going to show you again, breaking through the fears and the no's and all that. So real quick, I'm going to break this. And when I break this physically, I want you, my friend, to make a commitment to break through psychologically. So Dawn, can you unmute your line and let me hear you say breakthrough time.
Breakthrough.
Come on, no, say breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Yeah! So we're going to break through the fear, and sometimes you got to hit it twice.
Oh, that was so great, Dr. Breakthrough. Breakthrough time. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's true. We just have to break through whatever that is that's holding us back. Thank you, thank you. And just real quick, the link to the event will be posted at the end of this call. So we're going to bring up Chris now to share a little bit about himself and what he's going to be bringing to the event and why you should attend.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Prior to 2002, I had really not done anything in the network marketing space. I had written a number of books at the time, about 2. I just started my 18th book last week, writing that. But I was really primarily a speaker in the corporate, sort of traditional corporate world. General Electric, Microsoft, Harvard Business School, Cisco Systems, those kinds of companies. And I was doing some ghostwriting for a guy named John Maxwell back in 2000, 2001, 2002. I was ghostwriting for John, his nationally syndicated column through the business journals. And I got a call from Jim Rohn, and they asked me if I'd be willing to do some writing with Jim, and I said, yeah, sure. So we ended up writing the Jim Rohn 1-year success plan, which still is available today, actually. We started writing that in September of 2002, writing and selling that. It's a 1-year personal development program, which then we ended up, I wrote a book with Jim called 12 Pillars, which is based on the 12 pillars you learn in the Jim Rohn 1-year plan. So I ended up spending the last 7 years of Jim's life as sort of his last protege, speaking with him, hosting his events, writing a book with him, and the 1-year success plan and those kinds of things. And what it did was it opened up a whole new world of network marketing to me, because, of course, Jim was a legend in that industry, and I'd really done nothing in it. So what was happening was Jim had a deal with Herbalife, a $1 million a year deal with Herbalife, where he was sort of their brand ambassador, ambassador of capitalism. The last year he was alive, he spoke in 28 countries. That's pretty amazing when you're 77 and, not feeling very good. And so what was happening was he couldn't speak for any other network marketing company. So people would call Jim Rohn International and they'd say, hey, can Jim come and speak at our event? And they'd say, well, he can't. He's got an exclusive deal with Herbalife. But his protege, who was writing with him and doing a lot of events with him, Chris, is available. So I started being booked into network marketing events. I'd never been booked into them before. And I was talking about influence and leadership and those kinds of things. And what it ended up having me do was researching the industry from sort of the outside looking in. And of course, over the years, I was hired by so many of the top income earners to come and speak at their events, and I got to know them and did some research projects with some of the top leaders in the industry. I ended up writing 2 books on the industry. One is called The Case for Network Marketing, which looks at network marketing versus a traditional business and how they both sell products and where the money goes and where the profits go and those kinds of things. And the second one is called The 7 Laws of Network Marketing, and ended up writing that one just last year. So I've spoken at about 500 different network marketing events over the years. I was invited to speak at this one. And then, bonus, Thomas I've been seeing before. And I actually did. I did a leadership event with Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Dennis Waitley, Charlie Tremendous Jones, and the like. And I've done that a number of times. So I'm not only going to be speaking at the event, but I'm also going to have the great privilege of emceeing it, names over the years, but haven't had a chance to meet you. And, I'll leave you with this thought. Jim always used to say, don't miss the events. That was one of his big things. Don't miss the events. Go to the events. Well, why should you go to an event? You should go to an event because it was under 2,000 or sometimes, and to see that there's people that are like you, that have the same interests as you, that have the same passion as you, that share the same struggles and victories and successes as you, it really provides that camaraderie. And in an event like we're doing, which is a generic event, people from a lot of different companies being there, you're going to be able to have a deeper appreciation of the industry and really see and respect people that are utilizing these principles across various industries. I know sometimes people get really scared of going to a generic event because they're afraid there's going to be cross-promoting and those recruiting, and that is not going to happen at our event. It's strictly forbidden. But I think we need to get over that fear and say, instead of being afraid of going to something like this, I'm actually going to be excited to go to something like this because I'm going to be able to see people not just selling my product, but seeing how these principles are succeeding in other industries across the board, a wide variety of different products. And so being able to be there and be encouraged and be challenged and learn, I'm excited to see the principles taught by so many of the folks that have built huge organizations. That's going to be exciting. I'm going to spend my time talking about what I speak on all over the world, my book called The Art of Influence, and so how to cultivate trust, respect, admiration, and loyalty from people who follow you through integrity, attitude, service, and excellence. So I'm super excited to be there, super excited to get to know all of you, and any way that I can serve you, would love to do that and help you guys do the best that you can so we can all provide the best value for the people who are going to be in Orlando with us. So I hope that all the people watching this will show up, buy their tickets, bring a friend, and let them know about joining us. It's going to be a spectacular time, and really looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing. And just to piggyback a little bit about what you said about seeing other successes. And I think that that's why the generic events are so important as well, because you could think, and we all do, think that we're in like the best company, right? And you see all the successes of your team or of other leaders within your company, but then what happens if you don't get to see the bigger picture? So it's really important that you get to see that this is a profession. This is global. This is international. This is billions of dollars a year as a profession. It's not even an industry. I think Eric Worre it is that says it's not an industry, it's a profession. So I love that. And one thing I just want to piggyback with you, Dr. Stan, that you talked about is that when you had the stigma that you were making money off your friends or family or whatever the exact wording was that you used, we do it every day if you think about it. I mean, we refer things every single day to people. Every day. I referred a restaurant last week. I have a very dear friend, and she's actually a business partner of mine now, but I have a very dear friend who's a psychic medium. I gave her 4 referrals last week. So we're always doing that. And we say for parents, our kids are doing it to us when they are like 5 years old, right? They come home from school and they come home from show and tell, and they're like, Johnny had the dinosaur and I want the dinosaur. So we're doing it every single day. Every single day. It's just that stigma in our head that we're making money off of our friends and family. And it's so much more than that, because like Shelly said, we're changing lives. We literally are changing lives. And I am way over that part now, where maybe at the beginning it did feel a little awkward, but I know I have a gift for people in this profession. And I really firmly believe that people go to bed at night and they pray for people just like us to come into their lives. So with that being said, I really just want to thank you guys for joining. Click on the link. It'll be posted. Please click on the link. Join us in Orlando. This is just a little touch of what you're going to get out there. There's 20 speakers out there that are going to be sharing their wisdom and their expertise with you guys. And we look really, really forward to seeing you out in Orlando September 29th. So for all of you, thank you so much for sharing today. And for all of you out there, we will see you in Orlando.